Hello, my name is Dawn Casey. Today we're going to talk about how to supercharge your job search. You know, as a career coach, I am always surprised at what people consider a job search. Most of the time when I ask new clients or people how their job search is going, they describe the last few jobs that they've applied online. And then they stop. And I wait, and I wait, and as it turns out, that's all there is to their job search. There's so much more to a good job search, and it's so much more fun than that. A real job search involves making connections, reaching out to people, going to events, talking to companies that you want to work for, meeting new people, going to informational interviews, using your network, talking to headhunters and temporary agencies. And the list goes on. There's so much more to it, and it's only limited to your imagination. A job search is a full-time job, and it does take commitment and a great deal of effort. However, my clients often find a job within 30 days. That's the result of a really good job search. In this video, I'm going to share with you my strategy that I use with my clients. My approach is very different and multidimensional, as it should be. Let's get started into our topic. Hello, my name is Dawn Casey and welcome. With over 20 years of leading human resource departments and the recruitment function, I now help people with their career challenges, changes, and of course questions. This is the Career Rescue Coach YouTube channel. What makes this channel a little bit different is that I've been helping employees for the last 20 years navigate the career waters. And I've been successful in my own career, and I share my stories, experiences, and my adventures in HR throughout all these videos. Thank you so much for tuning in, and be sure to subscribe. Now, let's get into how to supercharge your job search. So, to conduct a really good job search, it takes organization and a standardized approach. This is truly the key to success. Okay, are you ready for this strategy? Are you sure? All right, it's putting together a spreadsheet to track all of your job search activities, but not just any spreadsheet, not just an average spreadsheet. It's a super spreadsheet. A spreadsheet that will contain all of the activities that are needed in a comprehensive job search. In building an Excel worksheet, you will track everything needed to conduct that job search. Each tab will actually represent a job search activity. Now, here are the tabs that you should have. Job boards, jobs applied for, and job alerts. Unemployment office, family and friends, current connections, top 10 companies, new contacts, headhunters and temp agencies, job fairs, and informational interviews. All right, let's get to each of these tabs and talk in detail about what their purpose is and how you will work each of these tabs. Job boards. The purpose of this tab is to keep track of all your job board links in one place so that you don't have to keep leaving your spreadsheet to go find links. They're all contained really easily to find in this one tab. Now, there are a million types of job boards today, which is really great. There are things like remote work boards, and those sites are maybe Flex Jobs, Career, Job 360, Indeed.com, Remote, and then Remote.co. There's freelance and contract work boards like Upwork, Freelancer, and many specialty sites. Specialized job boards like HR Jobs, Dice for IT or insurance jobs. Part-time work boards. Most larger boards now contain a method to which you can filter and sort by whether you want part-time, full-time, or remote work, which is really great. There's seasonal boards like Coolworks and Craigslist. Internship boards like WayUp, internjobs.com, and internships.com. Aggregate job boards like Google, LinkedIn, and Glassdoor, where they pull from a lot of other job sites to offer different jobs. Gig job boards like Fiverr.com, Upwork, and Zirk.com. Unemployment job boards. Every state has an unemployment office or several unemployment offices that have tons of jobs that they post on their sites. A lot of times people forget about these folks. Big job boards like Career Builder, Indeed, and Monster can all be sorted and filtered according to what you're looking for. And of course, don't forget the individual job boards on company websites. So if there's companies that you really want to work for, you'll want to add those links to your spreadsheet as well. Now, for this tab, you'll want to continue to build out this list. as you find job boards that are very specific to what you're looking for. As an example, a person may be looking for remote work opportunities in the IT field with mid to large organizations. Now, this tab will eventually contain just those links to those types of jobs. I'm always amazed at the ever-increasing job site platforms that appear every day. It's easier than ever to really tailor your job search. I recently discovered many remote work job sites that I'll be utilizing in my next job search as well. Jobs applied for and alerts. The purpose of this tab is to keep track of all the jobs that you applied for and those automatic job alerts that you've set up. This tab is critical to keeping track of everything. Not only do you want to keep track of which companies you applied for, but you want to copy into that listing the job posting itself. The reason for this is because if a company calls you for a phone interview, you can recall the details of the job by going to your spreadsheet. Employers are not impressed if they call a candidate for a job and the candidate has no recollection of the job they've applied for. Also, keep in mind that many sites today have job alerts. So on the same tab, you want to know whether you've signed up for a job alert so that when you are all done and you found that fabulous job that you've been looking for, you can go back and turn all of them off so they don't drive you crazy in the future. Unemployment Office. The purpose of this tab is to keep track of those jobs that you specifically apply for under the Unemployment Office. People often forget about this resource and this website. There is a ton of jobs that are listed, and a lot of times they go unfilled because, again, people forget about them. It's a hugely valuable resource that is often missed. Every state has one of these, and all their jobs are online. The tab is really important because it may feed some of your other tabs, such as job fairs. They often hold job fairs right at their site, and they also hold workshops where you might be able to go and meet some employers that are local in your area for informational interviews. I like to develop relationships with these folks that work at the Unemployment Office because then they'll keep you in mind for great jobs when they come up. Family and friends. The purpose of this tab is for tracking connections that your family and friends may send your way. Family and friends are a wealth of information and can help you find job opportunities that you may not otherwise find. Asking cousins, uncles, and aunts will broaden your search in very unique ways. Current connections. The purpose of this tab is about reaching out to those connections that you've already developed in your industry and reaching out to connections on LinkedIn. You never know who will have information regarding a job. And by letting your connections know that you're actually looking for a job will prompt them to keep their ears open for new opportunities. Top 10 companies. The purpose of this tab is to identify those companies that you want to work for. Yes, I said you want to work for. It's a matter of looking at the best employers in your area and seeing which ones are going to work for you and suit your needs. Then performing some research on each of the companies, and then looking up maybe through LinkedIn, on their website, to figure out a little bit more about who they are and whether they're a good fit for you. Once you collect the information, then you'll look for the recruiters that actually work at each one of these companies. Maybe reach out to the HR people and these recruiters to start making connections. Potentially asking for an informational interview is a really good next step to find out what they're really like. I remember one time when I set my mind on working for a company that I really liked. The people were so nice. And what had happened is I had taken a temp assignment with them, and I just loved the company. So I went and talked to HR, the hiring manager, and various other people to let them know I really wanted to work for them. Within weeks, I got a full-time regular job with them. Not working for them was not an option. That's the type of determination that's needed to get in with a good company. New contacts. This tab will be used for any new contacts that you make by reaching out to various people in your community when you're out and about, let's say shopping, or when you reach out to new people on LinkedIn. Keep this tab up and going. Note names and contact information, what company they work for and who they referred you to. This tab can build pretty quickly because as you get referrals, you'll ask for 3 more referrals from each of your referrals. So you can see how quickly this will grow. Headhunters and temp agencies. This tab is used to track these folks and the contacts at these agencies. These folks are valuable resources because they have a finger on the pulse of the job market and they have lots of good information. They also know what companies are hiring locally, and you want to create a relationship with these folks and you'll have a job before you know it, especially if you're at the top of their mind. I have to say this is one of my secret weapons. As an HR professional, I've worked with many agencies over the years. You never know when you'll need them, and they'll never know when they need you too. So you want to develop those relationships. Job fairs and informational interviews. So the purpose of this tab is to track upcoming events that you go to and informational interviews. As I stated early on, a job search is about making connections. The more people that you meet, the better chances of you finding a job. Informational interviews are not about asking for a job or approaching an employer for a job. It's more to learn about the company that you think you might want to work for. Most people are honored and accept the request, so don't be afraid to ask. Informational interviews are best with higher level managers, such as a manager of a department or a VP of a department that runs the department that you're interested in working for. When a job does come up, guess who they'll think of first? Now, I remember once I was very interested in working for a local company that sold jewelry and tool parts. It was a big company that was well established in my area. I decided to learn more about them, so I requested an informational interview from a supervisor. After learning more about the company, I decided it wasn't a good fit for me. I'm so glad that I had that informational interview rather than continuing to waste my time and continue applying for jobs with that company. It was a really good lesson learned. Here are some tips. Number one, work your tabs. Typically you start out your week with the job boards and see what's out there. Then you track what jobs you applied for and the alerts that you've set up. Then you're applying for jobs with your unemployment office. Then what you'll do is you'll progress through each tab as you progress through the week. So that is the order in which you'll proceed. Number two, follow up, follow up, follow up. I can't tell you how important follow-up is. Be sure to track this on your spreadsheet because as the weeks progress, things will change very quickly and move even more quickly. Number three, be determined and persevere. A good job search takes you on a journey. It takes time. And it's going to be filled with ups and downs. It's just part of the process. Be determined to find answers, make contacts, and get in there and make your connections to get to that next step. Go after what you want. Another very helpful video is to how to prepare for a winning interview. It teaches you how to perform really good research on a company before walking into an interview. Be sure to check that out. All right, so we've talked about what is really entailed in a very good job search. We've walked through the different aspects of a job search and what each one of those tabs actually represent. Please remember to subscribe to this channel. Don't forget to check out the Career Rescue Coach Facebook page for great articles and questions. Be sure to share your comments below. I'd love to hear from you. And be sure to come visit me at these other social media addresses. I'd love to see you there as well. I will have a website up very soon, and guess what it will be called? The Career Rescue Coach. Thank you so much for tuning in. My name is Dawn Casey as a Career Rescue Coach, and remember, change your job, change your life. Be safe and be well.